Welcome to Dwarf Fortress Joe vs. Al, episode 17. In this episode, we set up a lone soldier, get a rat drunk, and go on a quest for water. Buckle up those seatbelts, buckaroos. Let's head over to Al's fort and kick things off.
So here we are in my amazing upside-down pyramid fort that Joe doesn't appreciate.
Alright, never mind. I'm not...
We're going to continue constructing.
It's not that I don't appreciate... I know it'll be appreciated. There's an audience for it. For me, this is...
an audience for I know there's a niche for upside-down pyramid forts.
They're hot.
In Dwarf Fortress.
So hot right now. This isn't like... I mean, it's different, obviously, but just purely structurally. Like, you aren't like, I'm doing, paper first, or like something really bizarre. Like, once the oh, that's right, we have these sideways dwarves.
Joe doesn't like my tiles either. Like anything I'm doing.
I think I have the same tiles. Like, once the concept's understood, it's like, that's it. Nothing's gonna keep being
linked up the bridge
pyramid.
yet. Here it is. Okay, we've got that linked up now. So that's a reasonable amount of safety taken care of. I have not really remembered what all is going on in this fort. It has been 2 weeks since we recorded.
I believe we're just doing the basic.
So yeah, I got that. So I have the carpenter's workshop here, which is not doing anything currently. I have the mason's workshop, which is constructing rock blocks. I have the craftsdwarf's workshop, which is not doing anything at the moment. Mechanic's workshop, also not doing anything. Jeweler's workshop, not doing anything. Now that is... Okay, auto cut gems is off. We're going to turn that on.
Yes, that's very important. Nailed it.
I like auto cut gems on.
Are you even digging down yet?
Watching Quill18 or Quill18 or whatever play his games and how he talks through everything that he's doing, like, so professional, and you're like, yeah, thanks for telling us about turning the auto cut gems on.
I didn't say thanks for telling us.
I mean, I'm not
it's
trying
stupid to do it. I don't know if Quill's watched this yet. I made it for him.
Okay, so this is going to be a rough gem stockpile. We're going to forbid everything else, and we'll have a cut gem stockpile.
Sexy.
Like over here, I guess.
You have a manager's workshop.
That's not a workshop, Joe. Do I have a manager place?
Sorry, Penny's very on edge today because there's a storm moving in.
Oh,
she's
yeah?
Just sitting in her crate with an awesome treat that should be occupying her and make her so happy, but she's just staring out, growling.
I don't understand your relationship with your girlfriend at all, Joe.
Listen, it's pretty simple. Chicks dig treats.
Okay, so we're doing good. I forgot we got our farm going. We got quite a few plump helmets happening.
They all look dead.
What are you talking about? They all look dead. They look
the sideways dwarf. I don't know how. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. The dwarf icon. It just looks like they're dead.
Oh, they just look like bread to me.
Okay.
Just looks like a piece of bread. Oh, okay. So we've got caverns open. That's awful.
Yes. That was the last thing you did, I think.
So where do I have? What was my last mining thing? What?
Well, hey, you got some migrants.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, probably right at the end of the last one.
Maybe. No, this just happened, I think, because you've been mining. But look, I've never seen something drink wine.
Oh, wow, yeah, that rat going to town on it.
It's a fair amount of wine,
We're gonna have a drunk rat.
Do they
Let me tell you something about rats.
Do they act?
Nobody understands rats.
That's the quintessential Dwarf Fortress error, was when the cats would walk through puddles of alcohol and then clean themselves and get drunk.
Right. Everybody loves that one.
Yep. It's quintessential.
Okay, we're gonna just listen. You need to say things with great authority and just believe that they're real.
I like to learn and have actual knowledge and not just spout stuff out of my butt that you think sounds good. I literally last week was very hectic. I just was editing like an hour ago. Just classic Albert saying things in Dwarf Fortress.
I just got done watching the Captain Underpants movie with my kid yesterday. Like they showed it in theaters, so you can go to the theater and see they have a free movie that you can watch. Mm-hmm. And it was Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants, amazing movie, by the way. Everybody should watch it. Great content for kids and adults. Beautiful animation, and I say beautiful, like really creative stuff. And there's the part of the movie where he's hypnotizing his principal of his high school to become Captain Underpants, and the Harold asked George, he says, how do you know this? Like, how do you know to say this? He's like, I don't know. I just say whatever comes to my mind with great authority. I was like, that's my motto. This is how I live my life. Finally, someone else who understands. All right, we got some paradots, so we can get some...
Nailed it.
All right, we're going to check out... We're going to keep checking on our fields here.
Don't worry about that rat drinking all your wine.
Okay, well, you know what we've got is not anything, actually. We don't have a squad. We can make a squad, though. We can make...
Yay!
Create
Albert's
a squad.
favorite screen.
No uniform, and we're just going to throw... We'll just throw our miners in there, right? And maybe our carpenter, because he has an axe. And then this guy, this beast hunter.
Well, that's nice.
And we'll just
and
have
also
him...
the beast hunter. Yes. Possibly.
We'll kill the rat. Oh, there's all these guys, too.
Ooh,
hi.
Where are they?
They're not drinking our...
True.
Where's my rat that's drinking all this stuff?
Maybe he died of...
He died of alcohol poisoning.
I also like that you have dingoes. I guess we have dingoes.
He did not have the constitution of Willie Nelson. All right, we'll keep building here. I have in the past, when I've done this design, tried to do it with rock blocks eventually. Mm-hmm. The thing is about that you do have to have a lot of rock blocks on hand.
Thank you, Bird Hapley. That was very... That's great.
That's a great reference, by the way. Thanks, Joe. Also needed to go out here and build this.
I mean, I keep saying I don't understand. But I don't know
wood
why.
is much more plentiful. I know it's very elvish, but...
No, isn't that supposed to be a wall? I forget how you do this.
No, that's supposed to be a floor, and then we'll go up and build walls outside. So these are building on top of all my other walls. And we got to figure out what this is going to be.
Why? Well, the one below it has a notch in the corner.
Yeah, that's because I don't fill those in.
Fair enough.
If we get like a flying enemy, we're just going to have to deal with that, Joe.
I would say this is actually not very woody. That came out wrong.
Wait on Woody's roundup.
Not
Come on,
very
it's time to play.
Elvish.
Yeah? Because we're killing the trees?
Yeah, you're killing the trees. Not living in them and not using just found wood.
Oh, we got a bunch of trees. Oh, no, that's gather plants. We'll just designate. We really want to clear out sort of around the fort here.
Yes.
And I haven't even looked at what these migrants are doing. Oh, I remember... Wait, no, this was you last time. I had a bunch of dwarven children. Now I have that. So that's great. These guys can be on hauling, I guess, and I'll take my...
I guess you're seeing
Where's
this?
my brewer?
Okay.
Do I have a brewer?
Therapist is updated for this. Just FYI.
I do not try to separate me from my beloved DF hack screen. Butcher. Why do I have 2 butchers? Get off of... I don't need that many people butching and tanning.
Butching
and tanning. The Albert Berg story.
Say it's the new buddy cop movie.
So where's cooking at?
Let's look for words in the boil. Dewary. Pour. I found pour.
Okay. Oh, there's cook. Okay, so I have this guy on cook. He's also oppressor?
Mean.
Did these guys get assigned
Toledo.
anything?
Oh no, it's not Toledo. It was almost Toledo.
I don't know what Joe's doing, and I don't really care. I'm taking my cooker off of hauling and all this jazz.
Curl. Yay!
And we are going to build a kitchen. Now, the wonderful thing about building above ground, you never get miasma.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Have any hillocks joined you yet?
What?
This is the version where the other people can hop in and be like,
oh yeah. I got what you're saying. Sorry, it took me a minute. We'll go ahead and build that with blocks since we have a bunch of them.
Yes. Over in Joe's fort, he's very excited about the fertility of his eggs, and we discuss a song sung by a frog. So here we are back at my fort, underground, like normal people.
Like boring people,
Like
I think is what you meant
do.
to say. Who wants to be normal? Who wakes up in the morning and's like, you know what I'm gonna try to be today is normal, just as like normal as I could get. I mean, you might do that, but nobody's like stated goal is to be normal. Well, my stated goal is not to be normal anyway.
Yep, there's that.
I'll stop talking now, I guess. Jeez, sorry, bud.
I'm looking at my things. I also got a lot of children.
I
We have a
mentioned
temple built
at
which
the
is
beginning
nice.
of my start that I've been watching a lot of Quill 18, and he does a really good amount of talking about what he's doing. And
Yes.
Joe's like, hold on, shut up while I look at stuff. No,
Well, I have to
don't
think
talk.
before I know what's going on.
That's
yeah,
what-
I just built my temple. It's a meeting area, and it's flooded with chickens and dogs.
Very
also what Quill does
religious
is-
chickens, dogs, and children.
Quill records back to back to back, so he has some idea of what on earth is happening when he dives into his thing.
We could sort of structure our recording setup.
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. Okay. Zoom it
That just
in.
zooms in both. Is there a way to zoom in one? Or will you just zoom
When
in?
you're using text will be text, it zooms in only one.
We're not doing that.
We are not unfortunately.
You were this close in your
we're
fort?
not.
I guess you had your.
No, I was zoomed. I was not that close.
But you were. The text was nice, wasn't it?
I didn't have the text on
Oh.
for a lot of it because one of the nice things DF Hack does is when you hit tab, it doesn't recenter your screen. It
Al
just.
loves that.
I hate
best.
when the cursor moves around from one time to the next.
Al's favorite thing ever.
Oh, it's the worst.
He loves it. It's really.
Of the everything that's wrong with the Dwarf Fortress UI, that that's the one that breaks the game for me. Or if I had to play this long term without any help, that is the thing that would stop me from playing Dwarf Fortress. Not the terrible labor management system, not the setup for anything else. Just the fact that it recenters the cursor when you move from one thing to another.
Yeah. So is my bridge hooked up? It is not. Get that done.
Got the mechanisms.
A modicum of safety. Now I'm way down here at the bottom of a gully. I remember doing this.
Way down here in the bottom of the gully.
It sounds very like a singing frog kind of thing. Blocks. Alright, I gotta get some goblets. They like them goblets.
Goblin
Oh.
bone goblets.
Oh no! It's not a goblet.
It's a
rock.
mug.
Mug? Yeah.
If you want it made out of rocks. Way down here in the bottom of the gully, we make our mugs out of rocks.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Let's get the frogs playing harmonica.
Everybody forgets how long the
frogs
ribbit,
in
ribbit,
overalls.
ribbit section is in that song. When you go to sing it for karaoke, you start going ribbit, 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 and then you're like, man, this just goes on.
This is not a thing that happens. Ever. So I decided I'm gonna get a little weird with my military.
Getting
I
weird
don't
with the
want infinite
military. Okay.
rock
So you're
weapon.
gonna have a military to start with, which is something
Yes.
in my fort, I am starting a military, just throwing together a squad, but I haven't had anybody training yet. Nobody's exclusively on that. You're
Yes.
digging out a room, you're making an armor stand, you're getting it all fancy with it. You're probably gonna give them weapons and stuff.
Well, here's my deal. Who's the guy? I just saw the guy.
I want to be the guy.
Read. This guy. Imush. Oh wait, is he something else? What is he? Oh, sorry. She's my manager and bookkeeper. Well, that's just terrible. Alright, who's a good hunter? On
Who's
roll
got the
rating.
heart
huh?
of a hunter?
This miner? No, this crap. Okay, you are no longer. You're all labors. Clear. Hunt. You can carry. Ugh, why is this just slightly too big? You can hunt. And what else do I have this lady doing? And you can fish? Do I want you doing that? I just want you hunting. Commit. So Dodok Ficotat is going to be the extent of my military.
All right, you're just gonna have one person who's kitted out and amazing.
Sort of.
Okay. Is this something you want to not tell me about until it's happening?
No, I'm doing it. So we go to his schedule, and what I'm going to do is
It's
so
a
the
her, I
current one
thought.
is her schedule.
You enjoyed telling her what to
cancel,
do so much with her
cancel.
life.
What? What?
That was a joke
dare
about
you,
keeping
ma'am,
women
sir?
down.
That was a bit of a stretch, but okay.
Yes, I realize that the game is actually about telling everybody what to do with their lives.
Does
I'm
he
just
though?
shooting
Does he,
for
folks? I don't think he does. I don't think Albert gets that. No, we're gonna make her a bed.
it. But I didn't make it. I didn't make the joke on Twitter, so we're safe.
I get kicked off at Twitter nowadays. We shouldn't talk about that in public.
Talk about what? Getting kicked off of Twitter?
Maybe isn't the best floor to be. This is all metal. I'm setting up.
Are we still talking about
here.
Twitter or?
Yes, how metal Twitter is.
The metal. You were talking about floors. I thought you meant like
Individual train squad.
the best forum to talk about something like that. You know how so and so has the floor. I thought you were using it in that sense.
Left to right, sleep, individual train squad. Okay. Now we go military. I go alerts, active. Okay, so this guy will hunt for a month, and then train for a month, and then hunt for a month. Oh wait, also have to do this. The rough lakes. Add item bolts, add item bolts. Material, wood, add item. Wait, no, crap. Ammunition, add item, bolts.
I don't know how
that's
you're
hunters.
confused
Remove.
about this. This scene is this screen's so easy to navigate.
Add item, bolts. All right, so I want these bolts, bolts of bone or bolts of wood, to be training. Don't use those in combat. And bolts of metal to be used in combat but not training. Huh? Oh, that's not that hard.
Do you have bolts of metal yet?
I was just about to say, I think I'm gonna forego, at least for now.
You do have a substantial amount of metal in the floor.
It's everywhere. And I'm gonna set up some metallurgy stuff. Just get going with that. Because we have tons of trees.
Urge.
I don't care about the
to metallurge.
That's that.
I thought it worked.
It doesn't though. What else do I
Why
need?
did he walk that? Did you see him walk that
Yes, I
chest
saw
into
that.
the middle
I
of
don't
the
know why.
stockpile?
It needs to go here.
Like everybody
For
else
some
is like, let's
strange
stack it
reason.
along the wall, and he's just like, "Oh, just throw this in the middle of the floor."
It's like when you got organization, and then you have some item that doesn't fit anywhere, and you're like, well, I better just put this over here. I mean, it's a quiver. Oh, and the crossbow. Isn't this guy? Let's double check that.
He
Here we
has
are,
a bunch
Albert.
of bolts, but no crossbow. He's just throwing
Oh
them.
no! Not melee, you idiot. Not that. We want weapon, crossbow. Boop. Okay, that should do it.
So
if he
your
goes to get his
plan here
crossbow.
is just to, is this a plan to make an epic hunter or an epic?
Yes.
Okay, so he's gonna train on shooting things as a fighter, but then he's gonna use that training in his hunting.
That's my guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I really don't know. It's just something I'm sort of tinkering with.
So this is not something you've seen somebody else do, or
No, I just was like, what if I started the military early? Then I was like, what if I started... Because I don't need 10 people in the military early. What if I started one, and then I got it into my head to have an archer-hunter? Which may not be the greatest idea, but, you know.
do they skill up? Like, does hunting count as training? Do they get
I
better
think so.
at?
Yeah, it's like adventure mode, I believe.
Okay.
Gonna get me some wood bins.
If he was just hunting all the time, wouldn't that be the same effect as training?
I can't control his armor.
Okay.
I believe he puts on armor now and keeps it on. Also, I like the idea of him training. I think he'll get better trained in this manner. I think.
And that man's name was Robin of Locksley.
I mean, I understand what you're doing, but you're in a weird place today.
What is wrong? Why can't you just roll with any of this?
I don't know.
I'm throwing stuff out there, and you're like, no, slap that one down.
It's really coming out weird for some reason. You're making like old school. I know I have architects.
I've got it on the brain because they have the new Taron Egerton Robin Hood movie coming out. And I thought, since people love Robin Hood so much that they keep making those movies, that we should get in on some of that.
Yes, SEO.
Yeah.
Nice and early.
All of our fans, they were drifting off to sleep at that moment. And then I said Robin of Locksley. Was like, wait a minute. You mean that guy with the bow and arrow that sticks it to the man?
So
Yes.
is he... all these eggs are fertile. Oh my man. Oh my man.
Oh my man.
Forbid, yes. Forbid these eggs. Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm gonna have freaking chickens
Your
up the wazoo.
metallurgy stuff isn't getting... Okay, somebody to just go and work on it.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there.
Sometimes it's just a matter of waiting. I couldn't tell if there was something wrong there or if it just hadn't got done yet. it seems like it's just waiting to get done.
You know, just do all this. Auto mine all this. I don't even know what it is. Oh, you can't auto mine.
That's just rock.
It's chalk, which is a flux stone.
Right, but I mean, if you have like any sort of, I think it's non-economic rock, you can't auto mine. Like dolomite or marble.
Dolomite! But chalk is a flux stone. I wasn't sure if that was economic or not.
Okay.
We discussed flux stones.
Flux capacitors are economic.
I knew that was coming. I was just like... just inevitably waiting for the
Free
bad
association,
joke.
Albert.
Yes, basically. That's what it is. Rhyme and reason out the window.
You've been away for a week and you're like, this is weird. It's not. This is how it's been the whole time.
We dip into the new civilization screen, and Albert proves just how much of a master of the Dwarf Fortress interface he is again. Also, we try and chop down a tree by chopping down a branch.
No, we haven't looked at, I don't think, the civilization
I have no idea how to
menu
do
yet.
that, yeah.
So we go to hit C for civilization menu, and we're going to look around here. We are started out right next to a bunch of other dwarves, which is, I think, nice, like, from invasion purposes. Like, they'll hit all these guys before they hit us. Although they might be underground.
Yes.
They're not building an upside-down pyramid. Here is an elvish area with, like, 75 people. There's a goblin pit with, like, 50 and 30.
Hit H. I think that's
What?
new. H.
Okay.
Whoa.
So I think blue is... I don't actually understand this. Joe wanted this screen, so I'm not going to try to explain it.
I think this tells you who's part of what, but I don't really understand it either.
I think blue is your guys. I think. Or green.
Green appears to be other guys.
Okay.
Because that's not where you are, is it?
I don't know. You wanted this venue, and now we're here, and you're like,
Hit
well,
Y.
Why? Okay, that's us. That's blue.
Yeah, so we're blue. Or purple. Pink.
Am I on caps lock? No. Why? How do I get out of...
Escape.
What have you done to me? Missions? Yes, missions.
What are you trying to do?
I just wanted to look at, like... No, it's not.
This is great.
People. Thanks for that. Thanks for nothing. I'm gonna build a
The
kitchen.
explanation of these new functions is why people come to our content.
I do know how to send a raid out. Thank you very much.
Last time. I did that in my last game.
We're gonna have a up-down stair, which is an X on the construction menu. Oh, I gotta go up here and build it so we can build the next one. And we need to start building the walls
to section off stuff, can you?
What now?
You can't build walls to section off stuff?
I could once we get enough. The whole sort of beauty, I think, of this design is that you have a vertical layout of the fort, which even if you're not going to do a crazy thing like I'm doing where you're building, an upside down pyramid, there is something about vertical travel. If your fort is laid out entirely XY, then you're going to end up with a lot of sort of traveling from side to side to get to places. Whereas this sort of opens up the other dimension and lets you do more with it.
Is it, whoa, hit my mic there. It doesn't actually taper to one block. It tapers to a 3x3 room?
Yeah.
Okay. I was hoping that someone would not cover the one block, holding up your entire fort.
Oh, is it Easy Meal? That's the one.
Sadly. We can dream, folks.
We can dream. By the way, in answer to your earlier question, yes, I do have a manager's station set up. That is the first thing that I put on this 3x3 block.
Right.
I had forgotten about it when you initially asked, but that is what that is.
What are these mushrooms? Have we looked at these yet? Just the flora around us?
Yeah, I can check on them if you want to see exactly what kind of mushroom they
I
are.
don't want to suggest anything.
Elephant
again.
head amaranths and
You went
elephant head
insane
amaranth leaves.
when I wanted to see something last time.
I accept your apology.
That's not what I said. I really wish it tapered down to a one block thing.
I am trying to chop down some trees that are sort of in my way up here. Oh, I'm in the mine menu like an idiot. Come on, chop down those trees. Okay, they did get set up. Because what happens is you end up with these trees up here, and the leaves are going to block my construction. Mm-hmm. So we can continue working on...
Rumor has it you can designate any part of the tree to be chopped, and the trunk will get chopped, but I've never actually seen that happen.
Oh, yeah?
I've seen.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Okay, so that designated that trunk, which was
Right.
nice, because that means it lets us know what part of the tree we're dealing with. How high do these trees go up? Yeah, those... Getting rid of those should deal with most of our problem, I think. Because they start to thin out as we get taller.
This is going to be neat. I can admit that. I would start thinking about sand, personally.
Yeah? What do you want to do with sand?
We'll just have the upper levels have, windows.
Okay.
I said personally. That's a personal, because also...
When we get into taverns and stuff up at the top, like I
Windows on
could
the
see
world
that.
type of thing, I always enjoy that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be
You also
something
have
that's
rock
viable
crystals,
for me
so
right
I think
now.
you can make clear glass.
The other workshop I want to build is a butcher's workshop, which is you.
The no miasma is also nice.
And I guess while we're up here, we can build a tanner's workshop.
Slaps hood of fort. Have you seen that meme?
No, what? What meme?
The meme is that a used car salesman is slapping the hood of the car and saying something, but you replace the used car salesman's head with X. No, someone's been found dead.
Wah! Well, what happened here?
I don't know. Some dingo blood. They're detectives.
Is it no, not reports. Simple R. He was fighting. Who was he fighting? Oh, he fought a dingo. I guess we're gonna have to fight some dingoes.
The dingo ate your baby. Maybe the dingo ate your baby. Oh, he's got a name now. Abundant killer of dwarves.
Oh, we have a spear dwarf in here too, and maybe a human bowman who might help us.
I don't know what they're doing.
Did they give us? Did I actually tell them to do that?
I don't know. No. The fortifications of admiration.
All right, dingo, go kill the dingoes.
Shift, I, J, enter.
There they go.
Yes.
Resume. And I'm gonna double check in my menu to see if there's like other people from the outside world who I can get to be in my squad. No, not yet. They are visiting though, so maybe they'll
Yeah, dingo's dead.
Okay, so we've gone back to everybody's back to doing their old jobs. So one of the sort of cheap and easy ways you can have a squad early on that one of our friends on Twitter mentioned was putting your miners in the squad, and the picks automatically
Count as weapons.
count as weapons. Yeah. I've got a baby crying in the background. You guys are just going to have to be cool with that because my wife is feeling real bad, so she might not hop on it real quick. And I'm doing this thing.
Your wife hops on your baby?
What now?
Your wife hops on your baby?
Yeah.
But that was like rule
It
one
calms
of...
him down. They told us that in foster parenting class.
Bounce up and down on your child.
Step 1, spend time with. Step 2, bounce up and down.
Ooh, a bee. We're not going to go honey crazy this fortress?
I am just getting started now.
That's referring to me as well. Having obviously edited the last... interesting. Oh, I see. We both were just like mad about honey in the last fortress. We never
Rubber
really
wood
done it.
logs.
Oh, it's gonna be a bouncy floor.
Uh-oh, I just used Firelight blocks too. It's gonna stop being uniform now, guys.
Yay!
You're just gonna have to be sad. Oh, we have petitions available. I wants to eradicate monsters. Yeah, you can. Moses is gonna come and eradicate some monsters.
Matched salve.
Let's put him in our. Yeah. Throw him in there. Wait, what? No, not him. Okay. Did that wrong.
He's not there.
Why did he disappeared?
I don't quite understand how you got a beast hunter. That literally may be a... I don't know who Luto was. I don't think you can grab your petitioners and put them in your military.
I just did it. You just saw me do it. Why do you think I can't do it?
Where did you do it?
In here.
Where? Who?
This guy.
I said I don't know what's up with Luto. He's the exception as far as I'm concerned. I think if you looked at him further, you would find something different.
Okay.
We talk about our Let's Plays of Kerbal Space Program, and we discover that Albert hates children.
Did you get to watch the Kerbal Space Program episode I recorded without you?
I saw what the general idea was.
Yeah, I just used a bunch of other people's ships and flew them around. It was a lot of fun. A lot of really talented people in the Kerbal Space Program community. I'm not one of them.
no. Well, Space Shark's pretty awesome.
Space Shark. I will take some credit for Space Shark. I went and looked at some other people's stuff. I know we're sort of cross-pollinating the streams here. But I don't know if anybody who watches this watches that. But I went and looked at Space Shark after having looked at some other people's stuff. And I was like, I'm not ashamed of this. This is okay. Mm-hmm. It's not as complex as some stuff people do where they're like shoving parts like into other parts and then like just making shapes that Kerbal shouldn't be able to make with stock. Yeah. But it's pretty cool.
I never know what to do with wheelbarrows.
I also started cheating without you, by the way, in Kerbal.
In what manner?
There's mods that let you just warp into orbit and stuff.
Oh.
So I was using some of those because I didn't feel like trying to get the giant Star Destroyer into orbit.
I'm auto-mining. No,
meanwhile, at Dwarf Fortress.
Yes. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Look, I'm doing like a fancy thing. Isn't this neat?
You've run into the... What are you trying to do here?
Just make a room that isn't a square.
Oh, okay.
I thought you'd like that.
I do like that, actually. Yeah, I appreciate that. It's sort of a wonky oval.
Yep, that's what I was going for. The old wonky oval, if you will.
Why does that look off-center? That should not...
It does, doesn't it?
I'm looking at I'm counting tiles here, and I don't think it is off-center.
It's not.
But it looks like it. It looks like it is. I think...
Anyway, this... Woo! Oh no, is it off-center?
I don't know. Why does it look like that? Why is my brain so dumb? Is it Yanni or Laurel?
Oh god, that was annoying. I'm not engaging with that.
Here's my favorite thing about that is, for me, on the Yanni or Laurel thing, I don't know if we talked about this at the time, it depended which speaker I was listening to it out of.
Yeah. It's a matter of where the...
So it was actually like... you're just saying it now, but it sort of has to do with the compression of the sound and how different like speakers reproduce that compression, and also like which frequencies you can hear the speaker reproducing. Like I think there's some people of some ear types that would have never heard one or the other, but it was that was one where I could actually make it switch, whereas the dress was always blue to me. You can at me and tell me I'm wrong, but I was like, this is blue.
I could see both dresses, and I could hear both. These freaking kids have got to grow up. I'm sorry, kids. You're killing me.
Santa Claus isn't real!
I need more labor in this fort. Also, spoilers.
Spoilers for real life. Find out at the time. Wait a minute. I flipped to the end of the adulthood.
I've kumquats. Excellent.
I've done the Santa Claus isn't real spoiler for my kid, and I also did the you're gonna die spoiler. So they know about both of those ahead of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Way to kill Santa.
I never did tell him he was real. The interesting thing was, I told him he wasn't real, and they like insist to me, no, he's real, Dad. So I guess Ghost Society. Like you can't.
Whimsy of children beats Albert again. You're stupid.
You can't come to me later in life and say that I lied to you. Also, the organization of this stockpile is just horrifying. The fact that sometimes they carry a mug all the way over to those chests to be put away, and sometimes they just throw it on the floor. Oh, and what? Ugh.
Here he comes with a bin. Oh, that's good.
Put a bin in a bin?
It didn't go all the way in. Oh, this is a huge vein of... There's a lot of ore here.
You like bins, so I put some bins in your bins.
I'm actually going to make sure this isn't eating up my mining. I need to make this lopsided oval first. It's very important.
That's what the people crave.
I'm not gonna... I mean, I have so few freaking laborers. What can I get rid of? I need this guy, obviously. My hunter... Whatever it is.
You made a strong start with him. I don't know if you can... just for the sake of your pride, I don't think you can give him up.
No, I can't. There's no way. And then he's my manager. Miner. Farmer brewer. Can't give up. I could split... laborers and Charlie works, I guess. But this is terrible, these kids. Need that third migration wave.
You know what they're making, though, Joe?
Kids too?
Believe.
They're telling you that Santa's real. Like, I guess this is why I never kicked this in too early.
What, the military?
Santa. Boom, Santa's real. No, the smelting and stuff. You just don't have the resources for it seems.
Well, yeah, you gotta mine, you gotta haul. The hauling is such a...
Yes.
Like a labor-intensive thing. Once you get more people in the fort, you can kind of not worry about it as much, but...
Like, if I branched out to cooking right now, it would just nothing. It would be standstill.
Like, the
everywhere,
fact that your stockpile is even as big as it is sort of bugging me right now. Like, I look at that and I think, oh, you got a caravan. That's not what I think. I'm just excited about the caravan.
That's a weird thing when you see my stockpile.
I look at that and I think, if that stockpile was smaller, they would never be carrying it that far to begin with, and you could save money.
Time. Oh, that. Save money. Time is money, Albert.
Yeah. They're so closely linked in my mind that I forgot which one was which, as you can tell. You're going to sell them your blocks?
I don't know what else to sell them.
You can sell them your drinks.
I guess.
Like, you don't need that many.
In a chalk pot. Ugh, that sounds terrible.
Tastes better in the chalk pot.
They don't have a broker. Didn't this idiot... Oh, right. Anyone have brokering skills? You, sir.
He's adept at negotiating. I would say that's a broker skill.
Is a broker skill. I don't know what I'm going to buy from these people. Labor? Do they have slaves? Hello!
I was going to say, I think I said earlier I hadn't played this for a couple weeks, but I actually did try again on a no items, no skill embark, and I managed to get the fort going. All you got to do is just gather plants and trade them for just like any logs that they would have, or like a axe. When the traders come, and you can get things off the ground. After that, it's pretty boring Dwarf Fortress stuff.
Bumblebee ichor, chinchilla meat. I don't know what to ask this guy for. I'm just asking for pets cheese? Just for no good reason. What?
Cheese? Oh.
Cheese?
I thought you meant, like, what are you going to trade for? But
no, I have some idea there. Yay, this.
You're not even going to look at what they're paying top dollar for? Oh, here it is.
This is the screen there. That was confirming what I said.
Yeah.
Footwear and battle
cut
axes.
gems are way up there, it looks like. 208%. Or 208, whatever that symbol is.
Dwarf percents.
Yeah. It's because of that new tariff.
Yes. Topical.
I've been listening to a lot of NPR lately, okay? It annoys me that, like, one person in the country can just say, we got a tariff now, when the Constitution clearly was, like, set up so that that's not supposed to be the way to do it.
Oh, whatever. We're not supposed to have tolls on bridges either, but...
They said, no, that's not written into the Constitution.
Yes, it is. Interstate tariffs. That's what the Holland Tunnel toll is.
Oh, is it? I don't know what that... I'm thinking of...
Crossing a state line and paying for it.
Okay. I get what you're saying there. There's a lot of toll bridges that aren't interstate.
That's fair enough, yes.
None of the toll bridges I've ever crossed were interstate tolls, although I just avoid them anyway, but that is a good point.
Clay. Come on, cheese.
We can eliminate your thing and my thing, Joe.
Yes. Sure.
We can be both mad.
Do I want a bowl? Do I want picks? Do I want any of this? I don't think so. Just give me that sweet, sweet cheese, sir.
It's usually on the
I'll
bottom.
Take some leather.
Just FYI.
I have 205 dwarf bucks to trade. I'm really not in a great position here. I can just give this to them, right?
Just be like, here's all these really heavy blocks. Thanks for coming. I think they will do that, where they're just like, we can't take all this stuff. It's too.
Just stop it! You're embarrassing yourself.
You just try to trade like a huge pile of rocks, even if the value is enough. You're like, no.
That always works.
Actually.
It's like the conception of that something that might become something. No. Not how this works.
We're not going to take your 5,000 logs.
But it's a thriving smelting industry. No, it's not. It's just logs. Khajiit has wares. Rocks. I guess, apparently... Oh, I don't have any more nest boxes. Apparently I have a lot of frickin' chickens is apparently a thing. Still haven't got my smelter built.
Have you played any Zelda Breath of the Wild?
Nope.
I've been getting into it lately. It took me a bit. Playing it is making me wonder if, like, after I'm finally done with it, if I'll be interested in going back to Skyrim. Because it's a very Skyrim-type game.
Hey, look at that. I'm so bad at this. That? Wow, that's the macro. Why is it going so weird?
Because one of the DF hack things, I think, is that... Remember way back in the day, we talked to somebody who mentioned simplifying your macros?
Yeah.
I think there's a DF hack thing that might not be implemented yet that just does that automatically, or it doesn't work with the new system.
There's a speed at which it runs in the ini file, actually.
If
I've
you
come
say
across
so.
both of these things.
I have seen it, like, following all of my keystrokes that I made.
Oh, yeah. That's what a macro is.
Yeah, but in the
Usually
past,
does it faster.
I've seen it auto-simplify.
That's not a thing that should... How would it know what's simplifying correctly? How smart is the DF hack?
I think it would just say, like, okay, you wanted to make a box here, so we don't need the... Like, if you did up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, or if you had, for instance, if you're going up, like, it'll register all of the time that the key was pushed, even though you only wanted to go up once, because like, keyboards are weird like that. Like, you have to tell a keyboard how long a key press is for it to be, like, a single key press, because it can detect it, you know, if it printed E's for all of the time that you were pushing down the E key, you would just end up with, like, it would just be garbage.
There's a delay before it starts repeating.
Right. So I think that what happens some of the time is that they would just get rid of, like, the macro would record all of that information, but then they would simplify it down to, okay, we just wanted to go up a space. We didn't need all of this garbage information that was put in.
Garbage in, garbage out, sir.
Well, that's possible
I'm just saying
too.
Things. No, I'm just free associating the Albert way. This
You
works
too
terrible.
can YouTube, like Albert. That kind of rhymed.
No, it didn't.
You too, YouTube, yeah, like, what is
I thought
it? It had
Albert,
assonance.
the Albert part. Like Albert didn't rhyme with anything.
No, Albert did not rhyme with anything.
We learn a whole lot about a dwarf named Luto, and maybe a little bit about two humans named Joe and Al.
Let's dig into Luto.
Let's check out this Luto person. When I go to V, likes ash glaze, zinc tiger eye, spiny dogfish leather, giant armadillo shell, the color eggplant, statues, crowns, ballista arrows, water buffaloes for their water
wallowing.
giant swans for their beauty. Wow. And the site of the Song of Sheens. When possible, he prefers to consume bat ray and rambutan wine. He absolutely detests large roaches.
Well, I'm with you there. You know,
Who doesn't, really? This is one of those cards, you know how they did that experiment where the psychic did the reading and they give the people the card and they're like, yes, this describes me exactly. And then it was just the same card for everybody. This is one of those.
Yes.
Everybody loves spiny dogfish leather. Like, not breaking new ground here, man.
So, can you see the... Again, we're in the new version.
He's a short, sturdy creature fond of drink and industry. So he is a dwarf.
I think he just is...
I don't think he's in our fort, though.
I think he is. Doesn't it say it there again? It's the one thing we didn't read.
What do you mean? Where would I read that?
It would say he's a member of the something something. Or go to relationships.
Well, he's going to know people from the fort because he lives here now.
He's a member of the Arrow of Roofs. He's a citizen of the Lovely Hatchets. He's a forger member of the Muscular Wheel. He's the... He arrived at Tadsbrick on the 18th of Hematite in the year 125.
Oh, I can't get it to switch over to the other kind of text. Sorry. I was hoping for the not terrible text. I need to, that is something I need.
You're right. You do your... I don't know what's going on. I was gonna say, where do you in this screen somewhere? You can also see the new mood memories, right?
Possibly.
Which whenever I discuss, I feel like I'm discussing the reveries from Westworld,
Yeah.
which I like. It's fun to think that.
He so let's see. He sometimes feels sad at being separated from a loved one. He is married. I assume she doesn't live
No, it's
here.
the bottom. He's not distracted after being away from people. He's not distracted after being kept from alcohol. He's not distracted after a lack of decent meals. So he's pretty...
It's also possible. I don't think we actually have known him for very long.
Yeah, he doesn't
So
have
let's
a lot
go
of
back
memories.
to like our expedition leader and check him out if you want to see these thoughts and preferences. Yeah, so this is frustrated after being unable to pray, which I guess we need to make a temple here shortly. Euphoric due to inebriation, satisfied at work, satisfied after conducting a meeting.
Where are you?
At the top.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
right underneath family is the true bond that keeps society thriving.
Yes. Family is the true bond that keeps... Why is that at the top?
Because that's her like guiding thing, I guess. Her core value.
What?
I love the so I'm gonna point with my mouse here. She is tough, but she is weak. How? I don't think
Yeah,
those...
she can take a beating, but she can't really, like, lift heavy objects?
Oh, I was thinking of emotionally.
Oh. I don't know. Her hair is
I guess
chocolate
that's
with a touch
possible.
of gray.
Has good focus, no natural musical ability, dreams of creating a great work of art. Hopefully it's not music she's dreaming of creating.
Albert, family is the true bond that keeps society thriving. Do they
I'm
all
gonna
have
play the
mottos?
game now.
I'm not. I'm just gonna read those things all the entire
Well,
time.
that's fine with me. I want to
you
make an
doing?
episode people are gonna watch and
That
enjoy.
stuff's awesome. Are you kidding me? People export entire histories of worlds so they can look through them in this game.
Yeah, well, people are weird.
Should we mention that we're what our competition is? Do you remember it?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that's a good point. We are
Nailed
trying
it.
to get to 50,
That's the first
and
step,
once we get
yes.
to 50, we will be creating a new type of noble person. What is it called?
Paraguay?
Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
Paraguay? What is... Okay.
It's the
We're
South
gonna
American
forbid
country
seeds.
next to Uruguay.
And, like, fat... Wait. Yeah, I don't think I want that stuff. And we're going to forbid drinks here. And we are trying to create the most Paragon satisfying rooms possible. That is our goal.
Well, no, we have to hit a certain number, right? We decided 10, I think.
Yeah.
First to 10 satisfied paragons.
Which we have to get to... Where's our... That's not what I...
There it is. Where mongoose tripe? Is that what you're looking for?
No, I'm looking for... Oh, I have to hit you. I don't want prepared food in this stockpile.
Interesting. Albert's getting very intricate with the food stockpiles.
And then we are going to create a food stockpile over here. And that's going to be
Look at Albert go.
block all, or at least, yeah, block all here. And then prepared food does go in there. So I'll be able to see how much stuff I have to make food with and how much food has been made.
Look at that, folks. Albert has actually made a logistical choice in his fortress. Episode,
like I'm
what are we on?
Being demeaned for my
Episode
very
16.
good Dwarf Fortress choices.
Albert has thought about workflow.
I've
first
been
time.
doing this in my personal forts a lot.
Uh-huh.
So we've got some cut gems here, so that's going. Let's, I think, JMQ up some... When their bins aren't... Are they wood bins?
Or metal.
Construct
Not
wooden
rock.
bin. So we're going to make like 20 of those to start with. I believe that's a Craftsdorf's Workshop thing. We are also going to cancel the construct rock blocks.
Oh, you have blob left.
Well, because they're infinite. So it will never be done.
But there was blob.
So here we are. Let's see. We have some barrels of a meat barrel and a cow's milk barrel, and we have some biscuits that we're creating. These are the easy meals. They only use one ingredient, which is what makes them easy.
Yes.
Did I cancel this for some reason? No, we're just waiting on construction stuff. They're moving onto the floor up here, but they're not constructing this wall. I'm going to have to wait to designate more stuff until they do that. We are using a lot of wood. There have been trees designated to cut down. I believe these are trees right here.
Yeah, that's a little...
A rambutan tree trunk.
You could make rambutan wine for that guy. He liked it.
Well, yeah, so we have a pick fruit thing here, so we actually probably already are doing that in our endless
that guy's the luckiest freaking dwarf ever.
Now, if only he could get some eggplant-colored statues, he'd be all set.
You can't designate color to that extent, can you?
If you knew what rocks created eggplant color...
Is that in there? I didn't think it was.
You could set up a stockpile that would supply.
Yeah, but I don't think you can tell what color rocks. Well, I guess I'll look that up.
I mean, eventually you could, right? Like that.
And I have no idea.
That must be possible at some point. Like
Dwarf
if
Fortress color.
There must be a point where you've created an eggplant colored statue, and you could look at what it was made out of.
Not color schemes. What am I putting this? Satisfied color? Eggplant color?
I don't think you're going to find much. I suspect this is a fool's errand.
What is it? Enjoys?
Whoa. Huh. What's up with this guy? Oh no, the tree fell on him. I guess I better make some beds. Could make a hospital or something. I'm gonna have them actually sleep under the ground. What is it?
I think you can. I'm looking for eggplant on this giant chart of colors.
Yeah, I believe that you could. You're the one who was like, "That's impossible, Albert." It's not impossible.
I think it is. I don't know. I'm going to the subreddit. That's what I'm gonna do. Post something in the subreddit.
Let's see if they have an answer back to us by the time we're done recording.
That's the goal.
I have struck orthoclase.
Hooray!
So I'm gonna make a sort of a general purpose bedroom dormitory thing up here, and also I guess put some of it as hospital beds. So hopefully this guy who is unconscious can get healed up. Let's go ahead and build these beds while they're still mining the room, because we need somewhere for him to stay. It's not a traction bench, but maybe somebody can go and put him in the bed and bring him some water or whatever. Alright. Make that a hospital. Is that hospital information? I don't have any traction benches. That's fine. I wonder what tables do for a hospital. Oh. Ustath Erol Gem Planter has been possessed.
Yay! It's the first one, right?
That's the first one I remember, yeah. Let's see if he is going somewhere. So he's going to claim a workshop. Let's see what he claims. Okay, he's claimed a Craftsdwarf's workshop. That's good. Will he move? Okay, he went and got some stuff. We have to wait for him to come back and see if he starts working. Struck red tourmaline. Tourmaline! Tourmaline!
What?
Alright.
He's begun mysterious construction.
Yes! Okay, we didn't have to do anything.
Yay!
Joe remembers that he has mugs. We learn about arbitrage, and we see another Luto.
I should have traded my mugs. Can I still take? I can. Maybe
they're finally doing your metallurgy. What are you gonna trade?
Where are my mugs?
Are they good mugs?
I don't know. I have a lot of them. I think.
You could just
Cups, mugs,
queue and sort.
Woo!
Wait, don't you have a sorting thing?
I did, but I found it. It's a whole entire section of just cups, mugs, and goblets. Do they keep their personal mugs on them? Look at all the blocks that cycles through in the depot. And one of the cycles is just blocks.
That's what you gave them.
There it is.
I see it.
Yay!
It was at the bottom, too.
You don't know when the bottom is.
Well, no, because it went down to actually showing the depot.
Oh, yeah, look at all this stuff. This one... I've got 2 mugs in here.
You have to wait for them to bring the stuff.
Turn the ties. Alright, I'll wait for the other 2 mug boxes or whatever. There they come.
I wonder if anybody else in the world has as much fun with Dwarf Fortress as we do.
I know, when I watch other people play, they get really serious about it. I don't know.
The community seems fun. Like when I'm on
Yes.
Reddit, they're like having a good laugh, but then like when I see other people on YouTube, and that's not something that I usually watch a lot of. So maybe I did watch Krog Smash finally, by the way, and he's really good. Just sort of clean delivery, as far as he has great diction, and then his like pictures are beautiful and really add an extra layer to the playing of Dwarf Fortress. But he's not just losing it like I. This is not to say I before anybody like turns off. I'm not over here saying like, and that's why we're better than Krug Smash. That's not it at all. I just
Can I buy back my blocks?
I really
like an arbitrage of. Just bedazzle them. It's like, I'll trade you these blocks for mugs now. God,
Can you explain what arbitrage is for the people?
It's taking from one market and selling in another, where you're gaining value, you're gaining money.
That's just.
Yeah, but if you look it up, the words will be correct. Its vocab is very important there. Okay, there's some food. Hang on.
Oh, okay. So arbitrage, verb, buying and selling assets using arbitrage.
It does sound a lot like, well, that's just trade, isn't it? But because it's a certain type of commodity, there literally are markets where you can.
Okay, I'm going to read this from
Investopedia.
Investopedia.
All right, let's do it.
Arbitrage is the simultaneous purchase and sale of an asset to profit from an imbalance in its price. So it's something that you don't own. You go to one person and say, I want to buy your thing, but I'm not going to buy it because I'm going to this other person and saying, do you want to buy this thing? So person A has widgets and they're selling them for $5. And
make yourself into a middleman between markets. Yeah.
Person B's like, man, I sure love some widgets. I'll pay $10 for them. And you essentially take the $5 in between the two people and just have person A send the widgets to person B. And you don't ever do anything. You don't actually make any product.
You find the other market, I think, is generally where. Yes! Labor!
Woohoo!
Come to me, my.
All kids. No, I don't know. We'll see. There are. There's more kids.
Four kids.
More kids. Why are there so many kids? What is that guy? Did he look like a corpse?
He looked like a hobo, didn't he?
Does he look like something? Okay, that's a slightly better balance
ratio
of people to children.
Well, look at this. They sent me an expert milker. I've never even seen the milker icon. And you, sir?
I don't know that I do milking usually.
You don't. I don't think.
You have to have milkable animals, obviously.
Yes?
I don't know why I couldn't find the word animals. I just said milkable, which is not a normal thing that people would say. Animals is something that people normally would be able to say.
Yes. All right. Okay, if I could guess that. This guy is what? Farming. Okay. Fisher/hunter. That's my manager. Okay, then I got some grunt work in. That's fine. Alright, good stuff. My wooden beer barrels are done. I should be able to actually start making some coal in Santa.
You don't know what to do with them.
My wheelbarrows?
Well, yeah, that's what you said earlier. It's like, I don't know what to do with wheelbarrows, as you proceeded to make 10.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I'm never sure if they're really helping or if the dwarves are being idiots.
Oh, right. Well, the dwarves are probably being idiots anyway, so they maybe are being idiots in a more efficient manner.
I guess. That's possibly it.
So your plan here is to make coal out of bituminous coal?
Out of wood.
Out of wood.
We have bituminous coal.
Okay. We got a lot of wood, though. That's
Yeah.
not a problem for this fort.
Correct. Bars. Bop, 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 bop. No, I just want that.
Let's get granular with it. You're getting potash? No.
No, I'm not getting potash. Let's get granular with it. That's a good song you had.
I don't know how the second verse goes.
There he is. There's Mr. Hobo.
What?
He just looks
Oh,
so
there he is,
dingy
just
and
sitting in
brown.
the stairwell. What is he doing?
Yeah.
Like, who is he?
He's possibly the milker. I don't know what the icon would be.
Well, can you K or V over
Well, he's
him?
gone now. If I see him again, I will.
Yeah, hit V over him and we can see his thoughts and preferences.
Yeah, we'll do that, because we did that a lot for me.
There he is.
You're...
He's in the still, I think.
Don't have one on this level?
Well, whatever
yep,
that thing is.
It's like old man. Yeah, this is true. Luto. It's Luto.
We were looking for him in my fort, right?
Yeah.
He escaped over here.
Oh, where is Mistum Bodice Flashes? I cannot give in to sadness. This is wonderful.
Mistum Bodice Flashes?
I can't find a stripper. It's like, damn it. This new fort doesn't have a titty club, but I cannot give in to sadness. So sad, separated for I guess maybe he set out on his own. Well, it ain't his wife. His wife is Enod Helms. 9 children, damn.
He's pretty happy with her, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he goes and sees Mistum Bodice Flashes, and then comes home to Enod Helm's vessel. Even Helm's vessel is a great name for the wife that you just impregnated.
Yeah.
Lovely hatchets. He's a member of the Era.
He's the son of Kikrost Diamond Knighted and Meng Lancer Dusk.
125. So Tad Sibrek is ours?
I guess.
He's young. He's 30. Very long sideburns, neatly combed.
Almost never sick.
He likes granite, steel, lavender, jade, the color purple. Not eggplant. Let's be very clear there. The words of the brains of prophecy. When possible, first to consume purple amaranth beer. Absolutely detests moon snails.
What are moon snails?
I don't
think
know.
I've ever seen a moon snail in this game. I guess this guy took care of them. Hey, newsflash. He doesn't personally value loyalty. Or particularly value loyalty. He does dream of crafting a masterwork someday.
He has very bad analytical abilities.
He hasn't been here for very long, so we don't have... Is he satisfied, sad?
He's new. What was he, though? He was
emotions.
Luto? Luto was the... I want to know what that tile was, too. No, it was just a dude.
I don't know why he looks like that.
Oh, hang on. Clear, custom, profession, commit. He's a peasant.
That would be why.
He's just drab and nothing.
I don't know how long you let me go, but you're at about 37 minutes, just as a heads up.
Yeah, got a few minutes left. I can maybe get some work done on.
What is this egg room that you made? What is it going to be?
Egg room. Where?
You made such a big deal about making it shaped like an egg.
Oh, I was looking at the actual eggs. That's just going to be an eating hall.
Oh, okay. I thought for a second that maybe it would actually, be something for the eggs.
That's a fairly
so
elaborate egg room. I am excited about that. I did that wrong.
You've made some slanty walls. I don't need to hear about how elaborate it is. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I do tend to make rectangular rooms by default as well, but some of the stuff we've seen in Dwarf Fortress is pretty insane.
I guess I meant more large. You don't need this large of a size to house your chickens.
I was streaming the other day, and Griffin popped into the chat, and he was asking me if I'd heard about this popular YouTubers, a server that they were all doing together, where they were streaming this server, and he talked about how this one guy just builds this house that's the best thing that he's ever seen in Minecraft, and he's like, yeah, this is a good starter house, probably tear it down for parts later. Which is how I feel about every game that we play. Whenever I watch anybody else play.
I try not to watch other people do things. It makes me sad.
Or when they post pictures, I'm like, oh yeah.
Minecraft's so bad with that.
Griffin posted to us about his 274 book library.
Yeah, there's that too. I think that's up on the subreddit. I think he's got a little bit of fame with that. Smelt, damn you! Why can't you smelt?
Oh. I just checked Twitter, and speaking of Griffin, he has a great tweet here. You don't have any coal yet, because otherwise you'd be able to melt a metal object.
Get on that, jerks.
So you can always tell if you have the ability to.
I
smelt
guess,
stuff.
but I was also looking for that. The screen that pops up where it's like, here's what you need and here's what you have.
Okay, well it didn't do that for you this time.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's annoying.
You got a lot of bins. What are you making those bins? Those woods bins, I guess.
I like storage.
No, yeah. I do too. I agree with you.
I get on that pretty
You
early.
did build a giant stockpile that doesn't need
all over that
to be that size.
They take 5 extra spaces. It's not like this is going to be my main area.
How many times do they take those 5 extra paces, Joe?
Oh my god. Really?
In their lifetime.
Really? You're going to get on me about logistics like that. Let's
Am I
harken
wrong?
back. Let's harken back to your second fort, I guess.
Just because I'm a hypocrite doesn't mean I'm wrong.
True, but I'm not that worried about the 5 extra steps there. I do want to check out. Da-da-da-da. How's this guy doing? Look at that, he's already a 4. He's a skilled crossbowman. Go, Emush.
Emush.
Does this have the, thing? Oh, no, wait, this is my bookkeeper. Crap. Emush, you suck. Dodoc? Squad, the rough lakes. There we go. Dodoc, why aren't you doing anything? You suck. Axe Dwarf? No! Equipment. You're missing ammunition, armor. You have nothing. Great! Truly great. Why don't you have a crossbow anywhere in your list of things that you need? That's annoying. What did I do wrong? Let's go to the actual game and find out. And Albert's favorite screen.
I'm actually over on the wiki right now trying to figure out if there's a place that you can see the memories, or if it's possible that our guys haven't formed like strong memories yet because they're new to the fort. I think that might be what's going on. I don't want to say that definitively, but that's my guess. Because I have, in sort of personal playtime, seen people start to get depressed, and that definitely pops up as like a warning from the main game, where it's just like, hey, this person doesn't feel good. They're just going to sit down here in the mine and feel bad about themselves. So that's a problem.
How do I see assigned uniforms? No. I know what I did.
I know what I did last summer.
Not melee.
No, you don't want your crossbowman to be a melee person.
Okay. That's part of the problem. That should fix some of that. He should start training now. I was wondering why he wasn't shooting stuff.
Success for Joe! In the easy-to-navigate military screen.
Get him some wood bolts to train with. And
I like
we can build some
your
beds.
2 beds for... What? You have 21 people too. Did we get the same migrant wave, do you think? Or not 21, I'm sorry, that's 23.
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't think so either, but I guess we had the same initial wave.
Did we?
We both had Lotum.
No, he came over to my fort after looking at your fort.
I don't think that's how that worked.
No, it's pretty sure that's how that worked.
Okay, Santa.
No, that's my smelter. Box, table, rock, brew, and then wooden bolts. Alright. Making doors. Okay.
This fort rocks.
That's gonna do it.
Yeah, it is.
Sort of
What
laid
is it
out.
gonna do, Joe? What did you accomplish?
I set up my archer and made sure he had a crossbow. Got a little bit of smelting done. Got some eggs ready to hatch. Got a meal hall built. That'll give them happy thoughts as that gets used.
The 3 tables and 2 chairs.
It's spacious. It's very modernist. I traded for some cheese and stuff. You know, I'm killing it, basically.
You are doing pretty good. You are ahead of me on citizen count, I believe.
By 1?
Which is, I think, by 2. But we're going to 50.
Well, no, we're going to paragons.
Yes,
so we
but
need
I'm
to get to
saying the
50
next
first.
milestone is that, like, we have to get to 50. So it's important that we make our forts as desirable as possible so more immigrants come, and we can then start getting those paragons set up.
Now, we haven't discussed, I would like to touch here at the end. The paragon is up to us, right, when we assign one?
That I was going to bring up the same thing. Is there anybody yet in your fort that you think that you're leaning towards maybe being a paragon?
No. God, no.
No?
Maybe that hunter, if he gets that hunter warrior.
Okay, yeah, so that's a good one.
But he's got to get way further than that. Right now, no one's done much of anything. You had a possession. Mm-hmm. I think that warrants a paragon. Creating that.
He made a little trap. I mean, the guy who killed the dingo did something cooler than making a trap.
Okay. So how... I guess it's sort of just, again, friendly competition. Because obviously I could be like, that guy hauled a rock, paragon, that guy hauled a mug, paragon.
Oh, I'm thinking... I think that it's sort of important to me as far as, like, somebody like Lotem, to me, might qualify as paragon because we've been talking about him and, like,
Fair enough.
who he
That's
is.
that too.
And So that, I think, is, in my book, is a good enough measure. I don't want to be like into they have to make an artifact before they can be a paragon. Like, we're having fun here. We're kind of telling a story, so...
I like them having to have some threshold of something. Griffin, you're down in the game. But I think we can sort of discuss it. It doesn't have to be huge, and I think, yeah, it can be a little fast and loose if we know someone. Okay. I don't want to be too strict about what is a paragon, but again, you aren't allowed to just
pick whoever?
Yeah, pick 10 immediately off the bat and then just make your rooms.
Okay. Here's something that I would like to challenge. This is really dumb because we're not going to remember next week, but I would love to see your Mark's Dwarf guy that you have training actually go off and do a raid on some little podunk town somewhere.
I would like to try that too.
If he does a raid, he's not like, he's trying to stay hidden, so if it's a small town, he might be able to get in and get out and get some stuff. I think that would be something that would definitely bump him up to the level of can be a paragon.
Yes.
We get to see what the first possessed dwarf makes, and Albert goes on a quest for water.
Yay!
Oh, crap. Is that our Logem Thositor? Okay.
Thositor. Drink! Ironically, like what Logan cannot do.
I guess. Where is this guy even at?
I don't know. Is he not a citizen?
Possibly not. He should be in... Oh, wait.
What are the dead missing you have?
Others.
No. Are you fighting these reptile people?
No, why would I be fighting them?
Oh, well, a lot of them are dead.
I'm not fighting them on purpose. They are hostile, though.
Bob, the guest at 10 meeting.
I'm
Where's
not,
Logan?
under siege. I don't know.
That's weird.
We do have... Let me double check this. There are...
It's Z.
Lots of drinks. So he shouldn't be dehydrated unless nobody can bring him water.
Oh, I know what it is.
What is it?
I don't know if I want to tell you.
Okay.
Do you at home know what's going on? He's the guy you put in your hospital. They have to have water.
Oh, do I not have a water? Let me go see if I have any water at all. I think we have water around here, right?
I truly don't know. I don't remember.
There is a little bit of water. Oh, what did we do here? We went crazy digging. I didn't realize this digging operation had happened. I've got a little bit of standing water. If they pick that up in a bucket, will that work?
No.
No?
No.
What if I could put I could pump it?
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted to build a pump.
Mm-hmm.
I could let him die if I didn't care.
So definitely some of the options open to you, yes.
If I want it, I feel like I should try to save him. I don't want to end up... I've gotten bit, almost literally, by just having open caverns.
No, really?
However...
It's weird when you are actually
best...
just built into the cavern. Sometimes the cavern can surprise you.
That's the best place to get water.
Yeah.
That's fresh.
Never frozen.
This is going up, 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 and then... Oh, I can just dig over here, hopefully, and build a well over that water. Assuming that the cavern does not extend above this. So we can just channel down into this open space, and then build the well over that, right? It doesn't... The game doesn't care how many Z levels above the water you are, I don't believe.
Nope.
And we got petitions available. Thob Wheel Bristle. Wheels Bristle. I'm sorry,
Bristle.
plural. Wishes to reside in Match
Thob.
Salve for the purpose of eradicating monsters.
I don't love our name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
It is entirely your fault, too. I'm glad you've acknowledged that. I don't accept your apology, but...
This guy is also not available as a...
I think Luto came to your fort as a citizen beast hunter.
You could be right. Let's check him out in the list again. So is he available to...
There's Thob.
Tell what to do? Luto.
Luto is a mystery.
No idea.
No idea whatsoever, really. Kind of baffled.
We are going to need some buckets, though, so we're going to go ahead and JMQ them up. We might have one already.
You might could have.
We'll make a couple. We need rope. That's tricky just to make it. Because there's, like, workshops involved, and I have to harvest the stuff or grow some rope. Or not rope weed, ratweed.
Ropeweed probably makes rope too.
If there's such a thing in the game as ropeweed, yes. Let's check my stocks. Would that be under tools, do you think?
I don't know.
Well, if it is, we don't have one.
Threads?
Possibly. Let's check there. It's just threads, I think. I haven't got an accurate count of my stuff yet.
What the freaking...
I haven't. That is not early game importance for me. Oh, he's created a dingo bone animal trap.
He claims it as a family
heirloom. I gotta say, this is like one of the most practical and easily visualized things that they've ever made.
What if it was the dingo that killed that guy, and it was like a brother of his too?
That's fine with me if that's what you want to think.
That's what I want to think. Yay!
What is it? Shift A for artifacts? I forget what the artifact viewing screen is.
Tab. Tab again? Shift L.
Okay. Oh, we've got our codex too. On migration. Tiny trap is used by your trappers to catch vermin. Let's look at it with the V. Dingo bone animal trap. On the image is an image of dang monster twists. The goblin and a dwarf. Not named. In Dingo Bone, the dwarf is striking down dang monster twists. Dang monster twists!
By a dwarf in Juggers.
Yeah, I'm offended this guy didn't get named in the history. Everybody's like, somebody.
Look at the year.
Late autumn of 2. During Baxtutmas, the incinerated attack. We are. I feel like you are holding me back, Joe.
Yes, that's what's going on.
We need to get this show on the road. Why is this weird? What's going on with this? Oh, that's a rambutan tree trunk.
Ram-ba-bam-ba-tam. Ram-bam-ba-tam.
They haven't chopped it yet, huh? Let's check. Let's go down to the. So this, your information might not have been correct, Joe.
I said that was a rumor, and I said I've never seen it work.
Well, today is not going to be the day that changes. Why can't I chop this tree down? Chop down trees. That one. No, chop it down.
Try canceling the designation up high first.
Okay. That's annoying. So we're going to... remove
X.
designation. That's interesting. I think that's a cool thing to learn, though.
Wow, that you can screw yourself over and not be able to cut down a tree.
Is that not interesting? I thought it was.
I guess. Yes.
You know, a lot of flack for thinking something like, "Oh, I learned something today," and Joe's like, "Oh, you idiot."
That does sound like me.
Now, what are we going to do on this level? We've got... Why don't they just go... Can they not? Okay. I'm really annoyed with these guys, like, running all the way around this. Like, just build from the staircase, but I guess they can't. I told them to build a piece that's closer to the staircase so their workflow's better. Oh, they've created a masterpiece that whatever bed.
Kumquat
wood bed, yes. It's a fun word to say. Kumquat. We're going to build the rest of our beds up here at the top and make this a dormitory.
That's a good dormitory. You have a lot of beds, dude.
And it turns out, yes. Oh, I have quite a few dwarves. We're aiming for 50, and we're only at 21 right now, so... I got room to grow. Hopefully they don't all sleep at the same time, because I don't think I have 21 beds.
You do not.
They'll build those eventually. We should start digging bedrooms eventually. Also, let's get down here and see.
Digging bedrooms?
Yeah.
What?
Do you not dig bedrooms?
I'm disappointed. I thought you would upside down pyramid bedrooms.
It's gonna take a while to have enough room. I think our paragons are gonna be up there.
Terrible.
Why aren't they digging this? Is this not accessible for some reason? There's a floor here. Is that getting in their way? Is that floor on top of where they want to be? Let's go ahead.
Floor, drink.
I don't know how the way it handles a floor as a construction is weird in the game.
No, really? This game? You're hitting time here.
Yeah, I am disappointed in how much I was not able to get
that was
done.
thrilling.
We had a lot of sort of looking at screens and trying to figure out what stuff was.
Too, I find that interesting. Albert doesn't.
I want to get to the actual challenge. I want to kick Joe's butt. Mm-hmm. I'm happy with sort of where we're at. We've got, some meal prep going on, which is nice. We've got gem cutting, which by the way, before I do end, I am going to allow bins for my finished gems so we can have more in that stockpile. And I guess that is going to be the end of my time. If you enjoyed this and would like to petition us, I'm going to approve this guy's request. Because there was a petition. That was a terrible outro. Let me start again. If you like this, don't forget to like on the YouTube page thingy. I don't know how that works exactly. There's a button there. You click. It's like a thumb.
Holy crap.
It's pointed up. And I haven't done this in 2 weeks. Don't forget to check out our other content. Check us out over at patreon.com, patreon.com/human echoes. And we will see you guys next week with something else. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. If you like the things that we make, you should consider becoming a patron over on patreon.com. There should be a link up on your screen right now or in the description of this video. Click it, go to Patreon, and help us make awesome stuff.